Hello, just here to provide a quick update on the progress of the core strategy, which is the plan for the next 20 years for Swale's future. Over the last couple of months there have been a couple of traffic models developed by KCC on behalf of Swale Council. The first one basically looked at something approximating option 1 and the second something approximating option 4. It's really the second traffic model run, which was announced last Thursday evening, that has caused the excitement because that factored in a fully expanded science park, a Southern Relief Road, and also the employment at the port of Sheerness. I think what's been most revealing about this exercise is the fact that the Southern Relief Road just doesn't work. It does not deliver enough benefit in terms of junction 5 on the A249, which would still require a significant amount of expansion. So although it adds a little bit of benefit, it does not solve that problem, and work would have to happen within the same time frame. So work will still have to happen on junction 5 within the next 25 years. One of the other things that we've been looking for is how Swale Council are going to come forward with suitable mitigation measures for connecting the Northern Relief Road to the A2. It was anticipated the Southern Relief Road would be that essential mitigation, and as it turns out, the Southern Relief Road does not deliver that mitigation. Again, it offers some small benefits, but certainly not the mitigation needed. It causes a lot of extra traffic on the M2, which we will assume also has implications for junction 5. It increases congestion generally within the town. It increases the amount of traffic generally, primarily because of the size of the expansion of the science park. And finally, as we're led to believe, if you take the science park out of the picture, the road just doesn't stand up in its own right. A certain highway engineer quoted to me, without the science park it would be a very, very quiet road indeed. Obviously we're very, very concerned about this. It's not solving any long-term problems for the Isle of Sheppey, because junction 5 is still a massive headache. It does absolutely nothing for Faversham, and in fact the traffic models don't factor in anything to the east of Bapchild. So Faversham is completely outside the picture, and the east half of Sheppey is completely outside the picture, because we're told they don't figure in the primary needs on transport terms. I'm sure the people of Faversham would argue with that. I think one of the interesting observations of the evening was from Councillor Bowles, who came out with a quote which is something along the lines of there was no point in dealing with junction 5 because it would simply push the problem down to junction 7 on the M20. Well, this isn't the first time that I've heard that. It is rather a negative way of dealing with our problems, or not dealing with them as the case may be, and I fail to understand how we can simply bury our heads in the sand and take junction 5 off of the agenda simply because it might cause a problem somewhere else. I'm not entirely convinced that adding a new junction via the science park would somehow avoid those problems on the bottom of the M20 either. Finally, and no surprises here, the route of the Southern Relief Road is exactly or near on exactly the same as the one the Science Park proposed all those years ago when they started. We do understand that 3 alternative routes were looked at, but they were they gave way to the route that was favoured right from the start. So no surprises there for anyone, I suppose, and certainly doesn't say a lot for all the rhetoric that we've heard over the years, and even in recent terms about the consideration for other options. Finally, one very interesting point, they in the model they looked at where traffic would increase in the borough, and one of the real telltale signs about Southern Relief Road was they showed the amount of increase in traffic by the thickness of a green line on the drawing, and the M2 big fat green line, the Southern Relief Road from the M2 down to the Science Park, big fat green line, the Southern Relief Road down to the A2, thin green line. So obviously, again, as we've always thought, they are expecting most of the employees from any expanded science park to come from outside of Swale, and it's even been factored into the model. I think that says a great deal about the anticipated employment prospects for Swale, or not, as they may be. Thank you.